All right, hey everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar with a stock update, a stock alert update going into the first week of March here. We just got done with Monday, had an awesome day. I just want to go over a couple of trades and actually show you some good setups for the rest of the week here. You have SIAL here, Sigma Aldrich on the screen here. We're going to get to that in a second. The first thing I want to do is show you two trades that we took this morning. I'm Nation, IMN is the symbol on this, and I'm going to zoom out here, and you'll be able to see this a little bit better. You see the consolidation here, right under the 200 period moving average. This 200 period moving average right here. Very important on when I do some scans and what I'm looking for. Whenever I see this type of stock pressure that's pushing up against the 200, but the 200 has been attacked once, twice, three times, I look for that to pop through that 200. So right when we saw this reversal yesterday and then the reversal back, we got in on this one, took it for a nice little ride, and now we're in a good position here for tomorrow. But this is a classic, what I call a 2200 squeeze. It's price levels consolidating between the 20 period moving average and the 200 period moving average. In some cases, you could also look for a 50 period moving average squeeze too. But this is one of the better setups here, IMN. Another good example of that, which is setting up right now, is NITE, N-I-T-E. And again, we haven't really attacked the 200 here, but I expect this to push up against the 200. Right now, we're consolidating between the 20 and the 200 period moving average. NITE, that is. Let me fix that. There we go. Here's the symbol for that, and you can see how the slow consolidation pushing up against the 200, and I like the brokers here. The brokers seem very set up here. They didn't move today. They're on my watch list for this week, so I just want to update you on those. Another OXPS here, Option Express, another stock that continues to push up against the 200 period moving average. Pushed up it here, we failed. We pushed here, we failed. We're pushing up against it here, and again, we're trying to break through. We're going to get the 2050 crossover, and again, the squeeze going up against the 200 period moving average. So another great setup, and this is OXPS, Option Express. And of course, one more on the broker side, AMTD, Ameritrade. Nice inverted head and shoulders pattern here, and it's a slanted inverted head and shoulders, a pattern I specialize on the radio. You can actually see that trend line coming down here, that little trend line, and you're just going to look for that break. So a break of the recent high here will definitely get me in much bigger, and that would be about 1790 on this, 1790. But something I'll be watching for the next couple days here. So I'm definitely liking Ameritrade here. I like the whole setup on Ameritrade. Just need it to break that 1790 to really look good. All right, we're going to continue on now. Again, we'll go back to the SIAL now. Sigma Aldrich, one of my best bets going forward here. Love the setup here. Again, we established a double bottom. This was on the 10 for 1,000 watch list, also on a focus list today, and we actually got that nice pop here, and we pushed right up against the almost against the downward trend line here, and I figure we're going to consolidate under here, and then we're going to push out of this pattern. This is a downward sloping channel, and that usually breaks to the upside, and stochastics are set up really nice here. Good quality company. See no reason why you have a very good safety net here at 46.50, even though it's about three points away. I think we're very safe here going long, and we'll definitely continue to watch this one. SIAL. Coca-Cola here. Catches my. We have about 2 more days before the stochastics, one of my main indicators, gets oversold just enough where I would feel comfortable getting in here. And another thing I would like to see, if possible, is a pullback here, a little further pullback to a lower trend line. So if we could actually get a pullback down here a little bit further, I wouldn't be, I would definitely like that. I would love to get Coca-Cola down in that $51 range. I don't think it's going to happen. We have a nice double bottom on the 200 period moving average. I used a 5 to 7 pullback rule. 5 to 7 days after a gap down, I wait for the stochastics to catch up, to get into oversold, and look for that bounce and that retracement back into the gap. So that works so well. You see me cover it every day on the radio, and it should work well with Coca-Cola quality stock. So a couple more days And we'll be looking at Coca-Cola. WMS here. Again, these are pretty much set up for this week. This one looks interesting. WMS. I want to pass on that one. We're actually going to jump right next to the next one. Activision, ATVI here. What's nice about Activision here is there's a, let me bring this over here. You see this trend line here. This trend line comes right down. There's a nice trend line break and then a retest of that trend line, and then we get a bounce off of it. So this is a very good pattern I've seen show up in the markets all across the market. We've been trading this pattern a lot in the last month, and a lot of these setups I've been getting in on have been off of these lower trend line supports. So it's actually you break through an upper trend line, we come back, retest the upper side of that, and we bounce off of that. And again, if you look at the 10 for 1,000 watch list, you'll see a lot of those setups. And again, this is setting up really nice, and I think Activision's really nice here. So again, would watch the Activision just for a continuation move here. I'm actually holding ATVI, and would actually consider buying it here if I didn't. So. ATVI. All right, next one. Qualcomm. Started a position today in Qualcomm. Took some guts to get in on this. Got in around $36 and a little under $36. And love the setup, love the pullback, love buying on weakness. I figured that we had about 2 more days before we saw some kind of reversal in this. Today after the markets, we came out, Qualcomm, a lot of news being released on share buybacks and increase in dividends. And so this one's up after hours. But again, still wouldn't, even though we have news like that, I've seen stranger things. I could definitely see patterns play out better than news. So I still would consider this one a pullback, a little further pullback to get the stochastic set up here. And again, I wouldn't go storming into Qualcomm tomorrow until we see how it sets up here. Wait a few days, see if it starts to base out here, and then look for position. If it gets a further pullback, I would definitely be buying it on the lower trend line here. But we're in it. I love the action down here. We're going to get a nice little push tomorrow, so we'll see how that works out. Qualcomm. QCOM. Sybase. Again, Sybase is so close to breaking out the 52-week highs here. All we need to do is one final push tomorrow. If we get that push, I'm going to look for that volume to come in. This one's so set up for an upgrade or something to just trigger it. I always say, the markets are very manipulated in a way where if a smart analyst out there could actually take a look at some of these charts and say, oh, Sybase is set up. All I need to do is come up with an upgrade or something out there, and I'll spring this and I'll look like a genius. Well, there's not many geniuses in Wall Street. I don't know how some of these guys get on CNBC and say what they say. There's some easy setups in the market, and the Sybase is one of them. Just needs someone to actually with a little weight to get this one going, but it'll go by itself. One of my best bets going forward here is Western Union, and again we have a little consolidation at 1580. The stochastics have been embedded here for the last month, and we've seen this thing. We started getting into it the last 3 days, actually the last 3 trading days. So it's actually holding up right on that $16 level. Looking for that first push to 1650. And a further push up to $17. I definitely think we have $1 in this one. Easy. Tomorrow might be the day. So out of anything, I'll be watching Western Union the most tomorrow. I would say that's close to the best bet on my cards. I'm definitely feeling something happening and starting to get going on Western Union. So definitely want to pay attention to it. Added to it today, and I really like it. Now for a couple new ones. Let's see what we got here. A couple of new ones here. KWT. Market Vector Solar Energy. It's like an ETF for solar energy. Nice tweezer bottom here. This is what we call a tweezer bottom. So I'm going to pay attention to this one. I love this setup. I'm actually going to do a special video on this because we go back out here to October. We had a nice little reversal back here. This is a nice reversal pattern. I expect to see that uptrend start. And again, nice crossover in the stochastics. Nice volume today on a reversal. So everything about this looks really good. That's KWT. And here's one other one that's new, and I'm going to put it on the watch list. CRDS. XL. Crucial. Actually, they didn't come out. They actually had a downgrade, but it's interesting. Down at this level, I'm going to pass it, but I want to go to CU. And this one I'm starting to put on my focus list. Meaning, what goes on a focus list is going to start becoming in play here. This is a 200 period moving average play. You see the nice long base that this stock has been in. A nice long base. I expect this base to break out to the upside, push up to the 200. Everything looks good on this. So I'm probably going to do one more video after this. Let me stop this now so I can get this out, and I have a couple more special picks for you.